people.
Yeah, it is a bit strange. No tent tops on. Yeah. A lot of people trying to walk in and out though, so there's still some foot traffic.
Well, I noticed that you said in the email that maybe later in the summer, people could drop by, depending
Yeah,
on.
we hope so. We just don't know at this point.
Yeah. Well, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Good morning and happy Father's Day to fathers out there.
Hey, Carol.
Thank you.
What's up, Gins?
Hey, Mike.
Did you check out last night's Saturday night show by any chance?
No, I'll do that today. Is it good?
Yeah,
Is it fun?
Much improved from last week.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Hey,
Awesome.
Greg, do you want to set your settings?
Yeah, that's what I was doing right now. I'm trying to remember. Let's see. How do I do this?
Just go into, well, does it say turn on original sound up to the upper left?
Yeah.
So just click on that and then you should be good.
Okay.
Now it should say turn off original sound, right?
It does.
Perfect. You're good.
I even went to the YouTube video you did so well.
Oh, thanks.
I have another person.
Nice. Hello.
Little darling, it's been a long, long, lonely winter.
So we're going to wait a little bit because people are still coming. We had like 40 some odd people sign up today, so we're only at 14. We'll wait a little bit more.
Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. And I say, it's all right. Little darling, the smiles are returning to the faces. Little darling, it seems like years since they've been there. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. And I say, it's all right.
I see Eric Ahern on here. Where are you? Oh, and Aaron Maskin. Hey, Eric, are you gonna play any music for us?
Little darling,
Planning on it.
What'd you say?
I'm planning on it.
Cool. Did you get the settings on how to set up your Zoom?
Yeah, I was just taking a look at that right now.
It seems like years since it's been clear. Ooh,
Aaron, you gonna play any music for us?
I wasn't planning on it, but I can if you would.
Well, then you just volunteered yourself. That's awesome.
I'll go down to the music room and grab my guitar.
Do you know how to set up original sound on Zoom?
No.
Go into your audio settings, which is that little up arrow to the right of your mute button. Like audio settings.
It's all right. It's all right.
Then,
Hey, Kevin,
yeah,
will you record this?
yeah, I am.
Great, thank you.
And then you have your audio settings open, Aaron?
I'm not seeing that. My mute. Oh, here we go.
It's a
Audio
little-
settings.
yeah. Then go to audio and uncheck where it says automatically adjust microphone volume. And then hit advanced. And check where it says show in meeting option to enable original sound. And then disable the top two of those two drop downs. And then you can close that window.
Okay.
And then the upper left of your screen, it should say turn off original sound. Is that right?
Yep.
Then you're good.
Cool.
It will just sound better when you play.
Cool. Whatever helps.
You could read
Let me know, Kev, when you want me to kick this thing off.
Yeah, I think we'll wait a little more. We got, yeah, we're at like 15, so we'll give it another, usually like 5-6 minutes in.
In a castle dark or a fortress strong with chains upon my feet, you know that ghost is me, and I will never be set free as long as I'm a ghost that you can't see. If I could read your mind, love, what a tale your thoughts could tell, just like a paperback novel, the kind the drugstore sells. When you reach the part where the heartaches come, the hero would be me. Heroes often fail, and you won't read that book again because the ending's just too hard to take.
Mike Daly, is that you with the mustache?
I'd walk away like a movie star.
Daly has to be in the middle of my screen.
Freeway straight into number 2.
Lucky.
A movie queen to play the scene of bringing all the good things out in me. But for now, love, let's be real. I never thought I could act this way, and I've got to say that I just don't get it. I don't know.
All right, we're starting just a little bit. I just got a text from my mom that she didn't get the link, so that is, I do have to resolve that before we can start.
If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well, in a castle dark or a
Nice screen there,
fortress
Rob.
with chains upon my feet. The story always ends. If you read between the lines, you'll know that I'm just trying to understand the feelings that you lack. I never thought I could feel this way, and I've got to say that I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone.
So while we're waiting, we're gonna wait one more minute. But if you, Creekside is sort of this communal thing, so if you are planning on sharing today a song, or you want to say something, or read a poem, or whatever, just, you can raise your hand in the participant screen. So at some point in the next little bit, just raise your hand so I know that to call on you.
Sundays on Showtime.
Things are gonna change. We gotta embrace it with open arms.
From Emmy Award winner Lena Waithe and Academy.
Creekside ads.
Yeah, sorry. It's just because I don't pay for my Spotify. I can't. I pay for Pandora, but not Spotify. All right, Mike.
Yeah.
I think we're ready.
All right. Well, it's great to see so many people signed up. For those who might not know me, my name is Mike Yaley. I'm the director at the Lair of the Bear. Thank you so much for joining us for our virtual Creekside. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Just a couple of quick housekeeping notes. Kevin may go over this, but if you're not talking, please put yourself on mute. And we are recording. And I believe you all checked the box in the sign up that you acknowledge that we are recording, and that if you didn't want to record or be recorded, you would just turn your video off. So again, thank you. And I'd like to welcome our moderator. Kevin Merritt runs Bear Music Fest, which is a great concert series run at the Lair at the end of the summer. Kevin is a lifelong Lair camper, spent 10 years on the staff as music director, program director, and then camp manager at Camp Blue. And please join me in welcoming Kevin Merritt.
Thank you. The silent claps, I love them. Thank you, Mike. I love being called moderator. It makes me sound professional, like I have a real job. So yes, this is Creekside number 2, third week, although we have people represented from all weeks here. And I want to start by just a couple little business around Creekside. As I said earlier, it really is Creekside is best when as many people participate as possible. Otherwise, you'll just have to listen to me read poem after poem. So if you want to participate, I really encourage it, and just raise your hand using the raise hand feature in Zoom, which just quickly for those who don't know, you click on the participants button at the bottom of your screen, and then there's just a little button that says raise hand. So be awesome, if you just raise your hand, and then there'll be a time to call on you. You can also, at some points just unmute and talk if you want. I want to keep it really open. And it doesn't have to be that structured. Little background on me: I've been going to the Lair my whole life. My mom, who I think is on this call somewhere, worked up at the Lair on staff and started bringing us as little kids. And then in college, I worked there, and I worked from 1990 to 2000. And a lot of that time I ran Creekside because I was a music director. And Creekside really had a huge impact on me, and it was really important to me. And one of the things that it did is allowed me, both as a staffer but also as a camper even more so, to just disconnect from what we'd call the real world, down the hill we called it, and really connect to the mountains. And most of us, especially as we get older, live just crazy schedules and crazy lives of running around. And that first, you come up Saturday, and it's your kids are excited, and you stuff them with cookies and bug juice and sugar, and Saturday night show's crazy, and then you wake up Sunday morning, and it's the first time to really sit down and connect to the mountains. And so I love just going down to the creek and sitting there with people I often hadn't seen in a year, and just really sinking in. So virtually, that's kind of hard. We're all in our own little spaces, but one thing I thought to try is just to everyone close their eyes just for a second, and just try to imagine yourself down by the creek. You've just arrived at the Lair. It's, everyone's excited for the week to come, and you're just trying to let go of everything else in your life and just connect to being in the mountains. And even if we can't be in the mountains right now, we can at least imagine that we are. I listen to the wind of my soul. Where I end up, I think only God really knows. I sat upon the setting sun, but never, 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 I never wanted water once. No, never, 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 I never wanted water once. I listen to my words, but they fall far below. I let my music take me where my heart wants to go. I swam upon the devil's lake, but never, 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 I never make the same mistake. No, never, 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 I never make the same mistake. I listen to the wind, oh, the wind of my soul. Where I end up, oh, I think only God really knows. Thank you. So Creekside is meant to be, it's non-denominational, it's spiritual, it's not spiritual, it's really whatever you want it to be. And one of the great things I saw in the time I was at Creekside is the participation of the staff in it. And it's for those of you who are on staff, it's an intense experience to be a staffer at the Lair. And more and more I saw staff every week using Creekside as a way to sort of connect to their staff experience as well, and to really find some place of gratitude in really being able to spend your summer up in the mountains at the Lair. And one of my roommates up at the Lair and a lifelong friend of mine, Brian Rogers, who I hope to get on one of these at some point, is also an amazing poet and writer. And he wrote a great poem called Creekside that I thought I would lead to sort of kick this off. And the poem's called Creekside, very aptly named. Down to the creekside we'll go, along the path and down the hill, to listen to the water flow. We'll pick out a spot neath the trees that grow among the rocks and in the shade, and listen to the water flow. We'll open our senses to the wind that may blow through our minds and in our hearts, and listen to the water flow. We'll leave things we thought we'd never know down the path at the creekside when we listen to the water flow. And that was written by Brian Rogers, who staffed with me. I would love to open it up now to anyone who might have something to say, but I thought I would give a little prompts just in case people are sort of, I don't know, nervous or whatever. But and I think some things that are really interesting, when Mike and I talked about doing Creekside as a virtual experience, one of the things that we talked about is just what people are feeling about missing the Lair this year. Some of us, this would have been close to my 50th summer at the Lair. Some of us, it's almost unquestionable part of your summer. You don't even think about missing it. And for me, I'm up there multiple times because of Bear Music Fest as well. So, how does this feel not to be up there and not to be experiencing the Lair? And I think another theme that is, I think, interesting to talk about is just what does the Lair mean in terms of your family and the relationship or the traditions that you have in your family, and how does that feel in this time that we're in? So those are some things that I thought could just make this current and present. If anyone wants to speak on those, or you can just say aye. So would anyone like to say anything? You can raise your virtual hand or your real hand. Or just unmute yourself. All right, Jack. All right, we need to unmute you, Jack. You unmute.
Is that better?
Yep.
Yeah. My daughter and I went to, and my wife went to the Lair for many years. Now she has a daughter, Sophia, who is going to the Lair for the last 3 years, I guess it is, repeating some of the traditions I had with Anne when she was a little girl, one of which was getting up on stage at the Blue Review and doing jokes together. And I think this is one irreplaceable thing that Sophia and I are going to miss a lot this year, that we can't replace directly with anything else. And it's been a lot of fun for us. So maybe next year all this will be behind us and we can resume that.
Thanks, Jack. Did you want to play something for us?
Yeah, let me give this a try here. So,
right.
As we talked about earlier, because I haven't got my original sound settings, I'm going to play some riffs on the piano, sing for a while, and play another bridge or something like that of Morning is Broken, back when Cat Stevens still was called Cat Stevens, And this is atypical content for him. This is not like anything else he's ever done. And yet it's a beautiful thing that I'm glad he did. So with that, let me has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the womb. The rain's new fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of the wet garden, sprung in completeness where his feet pass. The sunlight minus the morning, the one light eats our play. Praise with elation, praise every morning. God's recreation of the new day.
Thank you very much, Jack.
Now, do I?
All right. Who would like to go next? Do I see a hand?
I can go, Kevin.
All right. Thanks, Eric.
Yeah, sure thing. How's it going, everybody? My name is Eric. We've never met before. I would have been, I guess, a third-year staffer at Blue this summer. I would have been the music director. I'm a lifelong eighth-week camper. My mom was on staff. Both my siblings are on staff. So needless to say, the Lair means a whole lot to me. And obviously, it sucks that we all can't be there right now. However, I'm just really grateful to be surrounded by a ton of Lair staffers in Berkeley right now, with a bunch of good friends. So at the end of the day, it is the people that make the Lair and what it is. So grateful to be still have those people in my life. So I was trying to figure out what to play. I'm going to play a song that I actually heard relatively recently. It's by a guitar duo named Apache. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's called In the Morning Light. And seems pretty fitting for Creekside. And it's, yeah, I'm just going to play the song. I've never been very good at doing introductions, so.
In the dark, still I see your head up there. I'll be here as long as you will still be there. The sea won't swallow us, way by the shore sleep. Morning light feels fine when fast asleep, fast asleep. There's a moonlight shines down on me, but I can't see. There's a sun that makes the grass grow tall and the water shine. Nothing beats the shallow creek that too runs deep. The sea won't swallow us, way by the shore and sleep. Morning light feels fine when you're fast asleep, fast asleep. All right, thank you very much, everybody.
Thanks, Eric. Hey, put in the chat if you can who the song was by. I'd love to look it up.
Will do.
All right. Aaron, you want to go?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Aaron Matskin, blue 10th week camper in the 80s and 90s. Wanted to send a special thank you to Kevin, who was my music manager when I was a kid, one of my childhood heroes and a good friend of mine. So thank you for putting this together. I worked at Oski in 04, 06, and 07. I asked Kevin before I applied, you know, I was a blue camper, where should I work? I don't know where to work. And he said, there's a guy named David Smith. You should work wherever he's going to work. He's going to be the Oski manager. And I said, all right, I'll take your word for it. And best decision I ever made. Great 3 summers. So thank you. And yeah, I can't wait to get back up to the mountains. I'm going to play just not really warmed up, but Wildflowers by Tom Petty. Just picturing sitting at Creekside, and there's not a ton of wildflowers there, but you know, just the nature and the sound of the creek at various parts of the summer. So here we go. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. Sail away, kill off the hours. You belong somewhere you feel free. Run away, find you a lover. Go away, somewhere bright and new. I have seen no other who compares with you. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong in a boat out at sea. You belong with your love on your arm. You belong somewhere you feel free. Run away, find you a lover. Run away, let your heart be your guide. You deserve deepest of cover. You belong in that home by and by. You belong among the wildflowers. You belong somewhere close to me, far away from your trouble and worry. You belong somewhere you feel free. You belong somewhere you feel free. Thank you. Go Bears.
All right. Who would love to go next? Is Michael on here? I think Michael. Oh, Anne. Anne, I just saw your hand go up. Where's Anne?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Creekside. This is exciting for us because we love Creekside. I do anyway. My kids come along because I make them. We've been Oski campers for about the last 5 years, and Creekside is pretty awesome for us, for me anyway, to get me grounded and get me going on the week, smelling the pine, just being with nature. So love it. Anyway, I wanted to share Beauty Tips by Audrey Hepburn. She is a very classy and wise woman, so I wanted to share that. Beauty tips. For attractive lips, speak words of kindness. For lovely eyes, seek out the good in people. For a slim figure, share your food with the hungry. For beautiful hair, let a child run his or her fingers through it once a day. For poise, walk with the knowledge that you never walk alone. People, even more than things, have to be restored, renewed, revived, reclaimed, and redeemed. Never throw out anybody. Remember, if you need a helping hand, you will find one at the end of your wrist. As you grow older, you will discover that you have two hands, one for helping yourself and the other for helping others.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else? I saw, is Michael on? He had signed up to share something. Michael Hersher, I think. I don't know if he made it. All right. Pam?
Hi, everybody. I've been familiar with the lair for many years through, mostly through C. Hoyt or Carol Laughlin, as you all know her, and was lucky enough to visit the lair as a student at Cal. Had a great time, always fun. And this year, in fact, I was supposed to be camping this week, bringing out my two little grandnieces. And so I was really excited to, join in the fun. But this is working for now, and thought I'd share a poem by Shel Silverstein, which reminded me of the lair, because this is something I know is a big part of the lair week. And it's called The Ball Game. The elephant played second base, and the laughing hyena played third. The two little leeches sat out in the bleachers, quite shocked by the language they heard. The kangaroo leaped, and the crocodile wept, because they would not let him play. And the ring-tailed rat, he kept swinging the bat, till the poor bat flew up and away. The spider was fit with a fielder's mitt, but couldn't catch a fly at all. As the octopus pitched, and the hen sat and twitched, and tried to hatch the ball. The porcupine umped, and the kangaroo jumped, as the snail was out stealing third, on the throw from the snake just in time to awake the sleeping platypus bird. The The trout he struck out, but the yak took a whack and hit one out into the lake. A homer, it's gone. No, the pelican yawned and swallowed the ball by mistake. So I thought that was a fun one. And I look forward to being a camper next year with the grandnieces, and have a great summer, everybody, and we'll keep in touch.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Who would like to go next?
I'll go ahead.
Thanks, Carol.
My name is Carol Laughlin, and thank you, Pam. Pam is my dearest friend. We met in the dorms our freshman year at Cal. And I am a tri-campal person. I grew up going to Blue. I staffed at Blue. Both of my kids staffed at Gold. And now this is my first summer as OSCE manager, and looking forward to having people there next year. Okay, so I'm going to read an Apache blessing. May the sun bring you new energy by day. May the moon softly restore you by night. May the rain wash away your worries. May the breeze blow new strength into your being. May you walk gently through the world. Go Bears.
I love how the Apache blessing ends in Go Bears. That's cool. I didn't know that.
Well, that was a little modification for the group.
It's awesome. Greg, you want to go?
Sure, Kev. I'll be happy to. So, hi, everybody. My name's Greg Ginsberg. I worked at the Lair in the early 80s, and then worked at the end of summer a lot. For many years, I worked with Kevin and Mike and my daughter, Katie. My oldest is here with me. She worked on staff for 3 years. And
in and out of
it's flickering. And my son, Mark, worked at the Lair as well. So we have a little bit of a family tradition. We've been going on for a long time. I do have to have a shout out to Mrs. Merritt, just because I know she's out there somewhere, to say hi. And yes, I still have Kevin's piano. I'm not giving it back. Little known fact that I'm pretty sure her brother and my dad were fraternity brothers. Anyway, let me see if I can't play something. Maybe it's something that I used to play when I was at Creekside, more so to celebrate the outdoors. It's a beautiful tune. I have to transpose it in my head here because I don't think I can sing in the original key. Yeah, okay. All right. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountain, blowing like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country road, getting that transposing wrong. All my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eye. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country road. Oh, that transposing was a little harder than I thought. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'm sorry for those of you third week campers that can't be up there, but I hope you take comfort in the fact that you're in a secure place and you're in a safe place. And I think we all think of the Lair as a very, very safe place, and that's why we bring our children up there year after year, and we let them roam free and have fun and enjoy the outdoors because we believe in the safety and the sanctity of the Lair. And I know right now it's hard to see that given what's going on in the world, but know that if you close your eyes, like Kevin suggested, for a little bit, and you imagine yourself back there, I think you'll feel that comfort and that safety.
Thank you. Anyone else like to? Yeah, Libby.
See if I know how to do this. Did that work?
It worked.
Oh, good. I just wanted to say a quick comment. My husband and I have been talking about happy places a lot lately, and it was really cool that the Lair came up and all the good things we've done there. And it was my best friend that I met at orientation for freshman year at Cal who kind of roped me into it in the first place, and especially my sister and her kids. I love doing anything with them, and they're here on the call too. And so that it's not just me talking, I'm going to read advice from a tree. Stand tall and proud, sink your roots into the earth. Be content with your natural beauty, go out on a limb. Drink plenty of water, remember your roots, and enjoy the view. Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, Aaron?
I just wanted to share one more thing. I found this, I keep this in my office desk. This was my staff gift from my final summer in 07. It's a jar of Lair dirt and pine needles, and it still smells a little bit. It's mostly faded, but keep a little piece of the Lair with me at home. So
That's awesome. I was a little nervous when you first showed that. I was like, what's in there? Aaron.
All right, I'll go. Aaron Proudfoot from Blue. I have never been to Creekside because I'm always at the Gin Fizz party at Gold Camp. So this is my first chance to be here. I'm one of those crazy cow band people. So I am not a singer. I can just play, but I'm not going to play solo clarinet for you because I'm meant to be in a group of about 200 people. But I wanted to read, I had taken a picture from last year. You can't really see it on my phone, especially with that virtual background, but my daughter had written some of the song from one of the campfire, maybe the Hootenanny, that right away she came home and she wrote it on the whiteboard. So sort of a poem, I guess, for my 8-year-old daughter. It says, oh, living at the Lair, take my hand, we wash them, I swear. Oh, living at the Lair, doesn't matter if we're dirty or not, because we've got each other, and that's a lot of love. We'll give it a shot. There you go, living at the Lair. We've washed our hands, I swear. Now they're really gonna wash their hands.
So she wrote that last year.
Last year, well, it was a song that was sung, and she came right home after the drive and tried to remember it by writing it on the whiteboard there.
Yeah.
So thank you for doing this. We are missing the Lair like crazy. Thank you.
Bon Jovi would be proud.
Anyone else? Bailey.
Hi, I'm Bailey. I have staffed at OSCE for the past 3 summers. I was program director last summer and was supposed to do a second summer as program director this summer, actually. But here we are. And I love Creekside. I remember my rookie summer. I was pool my rookie summer, and so I would always try to like trade pool shifts with my other pool person to be able to go to Creekside in the mornings, and like would always like secretly hope that I wouldn't have preteens come to my programs on Sunday morning so that I could go to Creekside. And then was so happy this past summer that I got to go every Sunday because it's just like the most special grounding time. And I have a million favorite Creekside poems, but I wanted to read Final Monologue of Not Another Lair Show from Camp Gold 2003. Because I think this says a lot about like the spirit of the lair and especially how important it is that we're not there right now. But okay, so the spirit of this place transcends language. It is in the pine we inhale and the creek that calms us, in the stars that wink at us, and the dirt in the cracks of our feet. The essence of the lair is tradition, is the ringing of the bell, is standing like a tree as cars pass you on the road, is singing the same songs year after year. If I could take the lair down the hill with me, I would take a popsicle a day and zero desire to watch TV. I would take marshmallows floating in hot cocoa in the KK parade. I would take Creekside poems and hoot songs, and early morning walks in a familiar forest. Because I prefer the stars as my ceiling, the pool is my shower, the dining hall bell is my wristwatch, and the meadow is my backyard. And I love that poem, and I just think it says a lot right now too, especially that we're not all there to just, remember all the best parts about it and all the things the Lair's taught us in order to get back there next summer. So go Bears.
Thank you. I think I'll read another poem. Oh, I got a hat put on me. What I got, Ty? Oh, a lair hat. Yeah, one of my, having been to a lot of lairs and a lot of creeksides, there's often, Creekside has often been a place to sort of process hard times, and it's always been interesting. Years pass, and you know these people for 30, 40 years, and everyone goes through their ups and downs. And one of my closest lair friends, when this whole COVID pandemic hit, sent a really beautiful email about how one of the lessons in this, like really getting through COVID, even if you weren't sick or whatever, was a sort of a grieving process, because we were letting go in many ways of a world that we thought we understood and thought we could predict. And it's very similar to the grieving process when you lose someone. And so I thought of this poem that I used to read at Creekside all the time, called Comes the Dawn. So I thought I would read it today. And just thinking about it in terms of not just the loss of a loved one, but just the loss of maybe a way of life, or just, maybe it's just the summer that we had, had expectations about. But you can read into it however you want. It's called Comes the Dawn. After a while, you learn the difference between holding a hand and chaining a soul. And you learn that love doesn't mean security. And you learn that kisses aren't contracts and presents aren't promises. And you begin to accept your defeats with your head up and your eyes open, with the grace of a woman, not the grief of a child. And you learn to build your roads on today, because tomorrow's ground is too uncertain. And futures have a way of falling down mid-flight. After a while, you learn that even sunshine burns if you get too much. So you plant your own garden, decorate your own soul, instead of waiting for someone to bring you flowers. And then you learn that you really can endure, that you really are strong, and you really have worth. And you live and learn. With every goodbye, you learn. Thanks. All right. Last call. Would anyone like to sing something, say something? I saw Lizzie just showed up, so hi, Lizzie.
Hey, Kev.
Yeah, thank you everyone for sharing what you have shared so far. I think that's the other magic of Creekside is I've always felt it happens organically, and when I was a music director and had to plan Creekside, I always was terrified that I was going to just sit there and stare into a group of 30 or 50 people and no one was going to say anything. And then I just learned to trust in the process, and every week just people come up with things, and there's just something to be learned, I feel like, from listening to everyone. And I think right now in the time we're in, especially with the protests going on, it's like I keep realizing like much of what I need to do in life is just listen. Just be listening. So I appreciate you all taking your time this morning to come here and just share your thoughts, because they're all really valuable to me, at least, to kind of hear everyone's perspectives on life and the lair. It's such a special place for me, and I know it is for all of you.
So
So Kevin, I came on late. Thank you, Robin Merritt, for directing me here. I just want to say, maybe this has already been said, but I know that many, if not most of the people on this call today are here because of you, Kevin, and your leadership and your inspiration. I just want to say thank you.
Oh, well, thanks. All right. Anyone else? I was gonna end with a song, and we can do more shares after this, but this will be my last song. I thought of today being Father's Day, and I thought of what song I wanted to play, and I really want to play probably the most famous father song in the world called "Cats in the Cradle." But I felt like I needed to explain it because many people think this is such a depressing song, and I don't. And so I figured, I was going to play it, and then I was like, oh, I shouldn't play this song. Everyone thinks it's such a depressing song about fatherhood. But to me, it's such an inspiring song because, well, first of all, if you listen to the lyrics, even through all the stuff, in the end, they still want to see each other. And I think that's very, very positive. And I think as a recovering perfectionist, the song teaches me that you don't have to be perfect. You try, you communicate, and I choke up when I think about my father. But I'll just play the song. You get the idea. I just wanted to say it. It's not, to me, a depressing father song. My child arrived just the other day. He came to the world in the usual way, but there were planes to catch and bills to pay. He learned to walk while he was away, and he was talking before I knew it, and as he grew, he said, I'm gonna be like you, Dad. You know I'm gonna be like you. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, son. You know we'll have a good time then. Well, my son turned 10 just the other day. He said, thanks for the ball, Dad, come on, let's play. Can you teach me to throw? I said, not today, got a lot to do. He said, that's okay, and he walked away, and his smile never dimmed. He said, I'm gonna be like him, yeah. You know I'm gonna be like him. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, son. You know we'll have a good time then. Well, he came from college just the other day, so much like a man I just had to say, son, I'm proud of you, can you sit for a while? He shook his head and he said with a smile, what I'd really like, Dad, is to borrow the car keys. See you later, can I have them please? And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. You know we'll have a good time then. Well, I've long since retired, my son's moved away. Called them up just the other day. Said I'd like to see you if you don't mind. He said I'd love to, Dad, if I could find the time. You see, my new job's a hassle and the kids have the flu, but it's sure nice talking to you, Dad. It's been sure nice talking to you. And as they hung up the phone, it occurred to me, he'd grown up just like me. My boy was just like me. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when. We'll get together then, son. You know we'll have a good time then. The cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man on the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. We're gonna have a good time then. Thank you. All right. Last call if anyone wants to say anything. Otherwise, we're going to wrap up. I will let you know that we do these every week at 10:30 Pacific time, and feel free to hop on any week you want to. So if you want your fix of Creekside every week, you can have it. I will try to sing different songs every week or read different poems, but otherwise I might not. We also do disco bingos Monday nights, and the music festival that I started in partnership with the Lair called BMF or Bear Music Fest does these concerts on Sunday nights called BMF Discover, and they're virtual house concerts, and they're really awesome. And we have one tonight. Ty is reminding me, and it's with Jen Chapin, actually, who is the daughter of Harry Chapin. And is a friend of mine in Brooklyn. So I'll actually post that link in the little chat so everyone can see it. But come to those, they're free. You can donate to the artist if you want. But yeah, I feel it's so important for me to stay connected to you all. The Lair is my time, especially living in New York, to catch up. Really, the Lair and Burning Man are my two times to catch up with all my friends from the West Coast. And I'm missing both of those this year, and it's heartbreaking. So just seeing old friends on Zoom, is awesome and great. And so I really am grateful. I feel like this is just a gift for me every week to see everyone, because normally I'd be seeing you up in the mountains. So anyway, if no one else has anything to say, I think we can close out, and I'll keep the Zoom open if people want to chat with each other. But that's all. Thank you for coming to Creekside.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks.
Go Bears.
Thanks, Kevin. Great job. Good to see you, C. Hi, Nancy. Thank you.
Hey, Kevin,
Yeah.
if you got a little bit of time without disturbing others, I'd like to see if I can crack the mystery of how to get to the advanced settings thing.
Sure. Hi, Nancy. Good to see you.
If you want me to wait. If there's
Yeah,
still
just wait
something-
one sec. People are jumping off, but if you just hold on. Maybe later.
Who's that?
I don't know who that is.
Don't make him come. The dot. The dot. No one will never.
Hey, Lizzie, where are you these days? Are you in California? Or are you in North Carolina? Or?
It is.
Oh, she left.
I'm sure she'll be on next week earlier.
Oh, cool.
I don't want
Wait, is she out in California or is she?
She's in Columbia, South Carolina. She just moved there and she starts her job at Hammond School
I
as
don't want to do this one or that one.
a counselor. And
That's awesome. Well, good to see you. I hope you come to another one, Nancy.
I'll be back, Mama. We'll be doing it again. We loved it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Greg's song was very touching. We had tears.
Thanks.
Have a
Yeah.
great day. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, Jack.